hit the record button as we go. Now, if you've just joined us and you want to jump in, we'd love to have you on the Blab too. We do have an open seat. We're going to kick off with a few items of things that have been happening around the online space, and if you want to jump in, then come and jump in as well. Will, do you want to kick us off with what's the first thing that's been happening in the last few days since we were on air last week?
Well, I don't know if it's the first most important thing, but it's one of the things. Let's start with Facebook updates the notifications part of their app.
Mm-hmm.
So they're actually going to start using something that looks more like cards, which is going to show you things that you might be interested in. So, Google has, they have the Google app on here where the little cards come up and it shows you like the Cardinals are playing today or something because they know that I'm interested in the Cardinals. So Facebook is going to start doing something similar where it's not just notifications about people that have interacted with you online, but it's other things that if you like a certain movie and they know it's on TV, that'll pop up. So a lot of different notifications beyond just the Facebook sphere, if that's a word.
Where do you reckon this dynamic information is going to end? We are seeing this everywhere, right? We are seeing stuff that's tailored to us. We're already seeing dynamic content on websites, depending on if you've been there before or what pages you visited or what products you bought. I think this is just another play at giving you what you want, basically, or what they think you want.
Sure.
I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. I think this whole dynamic stuff, it'll end when we get to see billboards on the side of the highway changing to the ads specifically for each car.
Right.
And I think that's going to happen when we have something like a Google Glass or some sort of version of that where we are looking through a lens that's specific for us rather than our own eyes,
Yeah, well, speaking of cars, they all are starting to have these internal navigation systems with screens. So, yeah, there is no reason why you couldn't drive by a certain business and all of a sudden that business's ad shows up or something. Who knows where it's going to go? Yeah,
well, I think that augmented reality stuff, you've seen the videos, or you may not have, but you're walking down the street and out of the shops pop these ads or these people or like movies or something, things that happen, but it's all played on the glass.
Right.
The glass that you're wearing. So, who knows?
I remember probably it had to be 10 years ago when cell phones were just kind of maybe even longer than that. And I remember somebody saying that at some point, a girl's going to be walking down the street and a pair of red boots that she happens to know that she wants to buy is going to pop up on her screen and say, hey, these boots are on sale if you just turn left and go into the store. And I always thought, wow, that would be so crazy. And it's pretty much coming true now.
Not far away, is it? Really?
Yeah.
So these Facebook, are they called cards? Are they calling them cards?
Well, they're calling it a card-like system. I don't know if Facebook is actually calling it cards, but I know that's what Google calls it on the Google app.
And is this on the mobile devices or all across the platform?
All across, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting.
Yeah, it will be. Watch this space. Just another change is happening in the world of Facebook.
Yeah, so I'm going to jump down and talk about Google RankBrain. So this is a new AI thing that they're doing that kind of coincides with what's going on with Facebook learning everything about you. And so Google has a new, they're calling it RankBrain, and I guess it's going to eventually replace the algorithm altogether. And it's learning all of these things that Google's been doing for quite some time, where they're learning how relationships work. So if you're writing a blog, for instance, about spaghetti, they're expecting you to say words like sauce and fork and things like that. So now this RankBrain thing is kind of helping searchers find the stuff that they want faster.
Yeah, I was reading about it yesterday, and they're saying that it's probably one of their top 3 most important signals that they're going to be using to rank content, and it's gonna be a big game changer. I think we go back to the whole SEO world, and you're more in the SEO world than I am, but we talk about writing content for people. If you write it for people with the words that you would normally use in a conversation, then you won't have a problem. Is there any difference to that? Is that changed, or is it still that way currently, you think?
Yeah, it's definitely that way. I mean, in the past, I'm talking years ago, we would give them keywords and say, hey, write something around this keyword. And several years ago, I changed that. Now, if I give a writer something, it's a topic. And I'll say, hey, let's talk about 7 things you can do for blue widgets. And that's pretty much all I give them, because then it ends up sounding a lot more natural. It sounds like it's not forced. They're not trying to get keyword density, all these crazy things that used to be part of the search.
Yeah. I think it makes sense. Google, their biggest product is obviously search, and they want to have the best search possible, best search results, because, and I was only talking about this to a group of people the other day. If Google start showing up crappy search results, people are going to say, we don't like Google anymore. We're going to go to other products, Bing and Yahoo or whatever it is. And they want to make sure that we're getting the best experience. So
yeah,
they're always trying to be one step ahead of those cheeky ass marketers and black hat marketers and that sort of stuff too.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if you're writing content specifically for the users and it's good stuff, then, I think you'll be fine.
Yep. Definitely. All right. So what else we got on our list there?
I also got Jet.com is making a huge push for on their ads, specifically on the product listing ads in Google. Have you had any experience with Jet.com?
No, I don't know anything about it. I am completely. Tell me about it.
So I had one of my clients actually told me about it maybe 2 months ago, and he said, I just heard about this thing and it's going to be the Amazon killer. Of course, that's great PR for them. So, but it's kind of an interesting shopping thing. And originally they had a $50 sign up, $50 a year to get into this program. And then it was kind of like, from what I understand and what I played with it, it's almost like a virtual Sam's, or Costco. So you can get in there and you can buy Tide detergent and, mattresses and all these things that you would probably need day to day. And the more things that you add to the cart, the more your savings percentage goes up. So you add 2 things and you save 1.3%. You add another item and it's all of a sudden you're saving 1.4, that kind of stuff. So they're encouraging you to buy more items and save more at the same time. There's also, I signed up for the app last week, and there's a $10 off your first I think it was $40 purchase. So, I'm going to order some stuff and try it out. But they're making a huge push with a bunch of ads all across Google right now. So I guess just to get more people.
I'm gonna shut my window because someone just started to use a chainsaw at this time of day because that's the time to use chainsaws. So you just keep carrying on there.
Okay. Yeah. So I haven't seen anything as far as vendors using Jet.com. I know that vendors can sign up for it to start selling their items on Jet.com. And I'm assuming it's a similar model to Amazon where, they take a percentage of the sales.
You're getting cash rebates and stuff, right? There's a couple of multi-level marketing companies out there who do the same sort of thing as, buy all your products using our card and you get cash back and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Is it the same sort of thing as that, do you think, or is it completely different?
No, the savings actually go into your cart as you put items in. So there's not a cash back. It's just the savings percentage off at the end of at the checkout process, changes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Jet. That's jet.com, right?
Yeah, you have to check it out.
Yeah, well, I will go and check that out. I'm playing around on Amazon stuff right now, actually, for a client. So I'll go and check out Jet as well.
Yeah, there is an option, like I said, for people to actually sell on there, and that's what I was looking at it for one of my clients. Get in there while it's early, and especially if they're making this push.
Is it just a whole bunch of retailers or wholesalers selling stuff? I mean, they don't obviously have a fulfillment center, or is it completely non-physical that this company Jet is creating? Like Amazon's got warehouses, right? They've got storage, they've got trucks and delivery systems. Does Jet have all of that?
Not that I know of. I didn't check into it as far as actually getting a vendor signed up yet, but that's on my plans for the week. I would assume they don't have distribution centers or anything like that yet. Yeah, but from the experience I had, it didn't tell me that I was buying the Tide detergent from a specific vendor or anything like that. It was a purely Jet.com experience.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Interesting. Awesome. All right. Lovely. That's Jet. What else we got on our list there?
Facebook has also released more detailed targeting. I think this is related to the ads, which is awesome. If you can advertise to somebody who eats peanut butter jelly sandwiches on Thursdays.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. From what I can tell, it's not a massive change, but it's just a subtle change that says if you can add someone who likes peanut butter sandwiches and somebody who likes baseball, then you can target to people who like peanut butter sandwiches and baseball all at the same time. Yeah. And that goes right down. So you could, don't know why you want to advertise peanut butter sandwiches to baseball followers, but that's what you can do. So that's a little change that they rolled out during the week.
Okay. So it's that you can kind of cross-contaminate markets, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's interesting to see that. And while we're on Facebook, I just want to add one other thing that we've got, and that is that they've also now announced that you can actually tag a sponsor in your posts.
Yep. Yeah, I actually saw that, and I went to my Facebook page and posted something or tried to post something, tried to get that little thing to pop up, and I didn't get it to work. Did you?
No, I haven't tried it. I had to play with it, and I thought, no, I'll get there later on. Next thing I know, it's Tuesday, 10:30.
Right.
So I haven't had that play. But it's interesting to see that. I wonder if no, I don't know much about it. I just know they rolled it out. It's just a free mention, right? It's just a free mention that you can
yes.
that you can name a sponsor of that post, right? Or can you charge people for that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Somebody just happened to discover it in the wild today, but it pops up when you're posting on a page and it says, do you have a sponsor? Now you can add them directly to the post so they can get the proper shout out.
I'm surprised that Facebook will let you do that, because then as a marketer, I'm thinking, all right, cool. Now I can go and get, Bill's boxes to sponsor my post. I'm going to charge him for it, and Facebook don't get any of the revenue.
Right. That's the first thing I thought of. I've got a Facebook group with 32,000 people, and I could charge somebody $25 to post something, and
totally right, totally cash for comments. And how does Facebook make money out of it? So I don't think it'll be around too long in the free version. They're going to have to go. They're going to have to work it out. And there's, I'm tipping that there's going to be some sort of little platform in the back says, who would you like to sponsor? This person can pay into this account, and they're going to lose, you're going to lose 1, 2, 5% of whatever that sponsor pays, goes straight back to Facebook. So watch that.
Now that I like, since I do have a Facebook group with lots of fans, that would be an awesome opportunity for some of the vendors that maybe don't have that reach, but they want to leverage somebody else that does.
Well, yeah, look at, you go, now it's only Facebook pages, right? Not groups.
Right. Yeah.
So
mine's a page.
You could do a sponsored post and then run some ads to it as well. That'd be interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah. Watch that space. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Definitely like that idea.
Good. Okay. So that was a couple of things on Facebook. Is there anything else on Facebook we need to look at? I think we had most of that stuff done. Let's talk about a big event that happened on Sunday that was live streaming.
Live streaming was an NFL football game, and yes. Yahoo boasted that there was 33.6 million streams. And wow, that sounds incredible. But if you look into it a little bit more, come to find out there's some tricky number play going on there. Really?
So here's some numbers for you. They said there was 33.6 million streams, but 15.2 million unique viewers. Does that mean it dropped out a few times and everyone had to log back in and watch it?
Right. Yeah. And then
because it could have been that. That's a lot, and it's a long time streaming. 4 hours or so of streaming.
Yeah.
Football fans streamed over 460 million minutes of the game across devices. 260 million minutes. 33% of those streams came in internationally across 185 countries. More than 30 top brands partnered with Yahoo to kick off this new era of sports programming, making this a sold-out event. How do you sell out an event if it's open streaming?
Yeah, that's interesting.
We performed a technical first with a rebuffering ratio of nearly 1% while delivering over 8.5 petabytes to end users. So interesting. I would have watched it, but I'm afraid the Rugby World Cup was on at the same time, just up the road. Australia was playing, so I ended up watching that instead.
Yeah.
Did you have a look at it at all?
Yeah. I didn't look at the stream. I'm not a football guy, but no. I did see some things where it automatically they had it on autoplay on the top of Tumblr, I think it was. Mm-hmm. So they counted that as a stream just because you pulled up your Tumblr. You know, the average per minute of stream, I think viewership per minute was around 2 point something. And the average NFL football
2.3 million, I think they said, yeah.
And the average TV football game is between 10 and 11 million per minute.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah. So I think there's some number play going on that it sounds a lot better than it really was. Well,
yeah, it's a start though. I guess the buffering was always going to be a big problem when you're streaming at that much video. That's a lot of video. Buffering is always going to be a problem when it's live streaming. So good on them for starting that anyway.
Oh, yeah. I didn't really see anybody complaining about the buffering or bad video, which is a really good thing because that was probably the big thing that would stop everybody in the past.
Yeah, really. Mohammed just joined us. Thank you, Mohammed. Welcome aboard. Okay, what else we got on this? What else we got there that's popping up in our little list of things?
Let's talk about YouTube Red.
YouTube Red, yeah. YouTube Red is now it's a paid subscription service for YouTube, which means you don't have to see those ads anymore. It's also has launched a music service as well, so that you can watch live streaming music as well. Have you played with YouTube Red at all?
I haven't. I see that you can sign up for a free trial, and then after that, I think it's $9.99 or $9 or something like that.
Yeah, I think they're giving a free trial to everyone in the US, I think, at the moment, for a month. And then it's going to be a bit like Netflix. But do you watch movies on YouTube? You ever watch any of the movies on YouTube? I'm straight to Netflix usually all the time.
Yeah, pretty much always Netflix. I will say that once a week, usually on the weekend when I'm sitting in my chair, I'll pull up the YouTube app on my Xbox, which I can do all, through the TV and everything while I'm just sitting there. Yep. And I'll just go through the trending, see what's new in YouTube and that kind of stuff. But that's pretty much my use of YouTube. Now I use it for my business, to post how-to videos, things like that up there. But purely from a consuming standpoint, once a week for maybe an hour. Not worth $9.99, that's for sure.
Yeah, so that's YouTube Red. If anyone's had a play with YouTube Red, chuck in the comments. We'd love to know about that as well. Okay, what about Twitter? Surely something's happened on Twitter this week.
Twitter, yeah, they announced polls, which is pretty cool. Some more native video ads, more developer tools. I'm not sure what Twitter Flight is.
I think that's an event. They call it Twitter Flight, and their event.
Okay.
But as you said, they've got native videos now popping up in the stream, so it looks like it's a part of a tweet, but it's an ad. So you're running native video ads on Twitter now.
Nice.
Have you played with Twitter advertising much at all?
Nope.
No. I've had a bit of a play, and I'm still hearing mixed results about what you're getting as far as results go.
Yeah.
On Twitter ads. So it's interesting to see how that goes.
Yep.
They're polls. You can start asking polls now for different people and see what sort of results you get.
That's kind of cool because it's live and at the moment, get some feedback right quick. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So I thought they had a poll option a while ago, but maybe I'm wrong. But it's good. It's good. Great to see. In fact, I might even test some polls. I might do a poll to see if anyone's using polls.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I also saw that they announced sponsored moments. So they came out with the moments a couple of weeks ago, and I think yesterday they ran their first test on that for a movie, a new Rocky movie, I think. So
Rocky 47.
Yeah. So I was wanting to ask my daughter. I'll ask her this week if she's using the Twitter Moments part of the Twitter app, because I know she uses the Twitter app. But
are you using Twitter Moments? I'm starting to use it a little bit.
No.
I'm using it just a quick update. I'm starting to use the iOS news thing on your iPhone, just to see quickly what's going on. And then I'm using Twitter Moments just to quickly see what's going on. But I find Twitter Moments a little hard to share and really, I want to put some of it into something where I want to read it later, and I can't do that yet. So it's a little frustrating, but it's good just to keep up with what's going on.
Yeah, I like the News iOS app. Probably the only thing I don't like about it is, so one of the things that I told it that I liked was baseball. Well, baseball's kind of over for the year, but it really seems like that's flooding all of the news, where it's, it hasn't learned to tame that part down, because now I'm more interested in, Google or whatever the other things I've told it.
Yeah. Can you take that feed off? I'm pretty sure you can take that feed off.
Yeah.
As well.
I don't necessarily want to do that. I just don't want to. The problem is, for the last month or two, I've really interacted with the baseball related pieces of information. So it thinks that's really what I want, which makes sense. But, it's just a learning thing, I guess.
It is.
Eventually it'll know exactly what I'm thinking at all times.
Oh, it will. It will. It will. All right, what else we got there on our list? I think there's a couple more things before we wrap up today's little show.
Yeah. Instagram has a new standalone app called Boomerang, which does 1 second clips, and it does not require you to have an Instagram account to use it.
Now, 1 second clips, you mean you can stitch photos together, right?
Yeah, or you can shoot a video and then it takes 1 second of that video and turns it into a loop, or does a front, kind of reverse, like you see a dog going towards you and back. And, I don't understand.
Okay.
I guess it's a play on the Vine. I think a Vine is 6 seconds or something like
7 seconds, yeah.
Yeah. So a 1 second clip, and it just, you can just set it to consistently run, and it turns it into kind of like a GIF file. So
can you download that? Do you know?
I think you can. Yeah.
How would a marketer use a 1 second video?
It's a good question. I don't know. I mean, that's a darn good question. 1 second.
Yeah. Sometimes I think, what's the purpose of these? I mean, not everything has to be marketing, of course. But yeah, just a question of how can you use that for marketing? I guess you could have something happen in 1 second that's a key part to your business or your industry or your product.
Right.
You could just keep it over and over again. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. There'll be marketers coming out soon enough with some answers to that question.
Yeah, they also had a video on Vimeo. I'll post it into the chat here, and it kind of shows, some different applications of it. And even with that, it's still kind of just silly stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. I wonder how long that will last. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's everything on our list. Did we miss anything?
I think that was a big show today. Lots of stuff going on. Instagram, Google, RankBrain. That's a big one. Yeah, I think we got most of that stuff there covered.
Yeah. Who knows what's going to happen in the next 3 days, right?
Oh, who knows? I mean, so much could happen in the next 3 days. It's not funny.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that's good. Thank you for joining us, everybody. We do this we do this show every Tuesday and every Friday, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 Central, 1:30 Eastern. And that's probably next week. That will be at about, 8:30 in the morning on Australian time. So once we change our clocks back this week or forward or whichever way they go, 5 hours the next day in Australia. So hopefully we get a few more people coming in from down under.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Have to get some there. All right. Well, thank you very much. I'm going to hit the stop recording button right